Hey, Colts fans. Welcome to another episode of Conley on the Colts, and I'm your host, as always, Mike Conley. This episode, I wanted to do a reaction video to Shane Steichen being on the Pat McAfee show. I think it was 2 days ago. I haven't watched it yet myself. A little bit behind. But I also apologize. I'm using a different program today, a little bit better video quality. So there might be a little bit of a learning curve. But I'm kind of excited about this. I always like watching Pat. He's really entertaining, and it's going to be pretty cool to see what Shane has to say. So yeah, let's get into this. All right. Like I said, this is a different program for me, so. But here we go. Let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us live on stage. I don't know how much he knows about the Italian guy that he's going to work hand in hand with, or that he was driving in a Jeep with today, but he's the new head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Yep. Obviously, one of the magic minds behind the Philadelphia Eagles' incredible run and offense last year. High school teammates with Austin Collie, Coach Shane Steichen. Yeah! Coach, how are you, pal?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. I didn't expect to say all that about Conti, but we got a camera on him.
Yeah,
so the fact that we got a camera on him had to really live it up, because now he's sitting down over there acting like this whole thing is all done. Conti's a legend.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you know that. And we apologize for wasting your time, especially in a very busy time that is now. And everybody's expecting us to chit-chat with you.
Hey, real quick, Conti's worth it.
Yeah.
Hell
You can take the time on Conti.
Oh, so you know that already?
Yeah, he's a stud.
How many days have you been here? Do you know?
Shoot, I couldn't tell you the exact number, but 2 months, whatever it's been, 2.5 months.
As soon as you get here, do you move here immediately?
I don't. My family's still out in Philly.
So you're staying hotel here right now?
Yeah, I'm just in a little condo.
Okay, we appreciate your immediate dive in. You're a hot name in the head coaching search because of the success that you had, and also the development of Jalen Hurts. Going into last year, Philadelphia Eagles could win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But can Jalen Hurts take the next step? If he can, cool. He's the guy. Just got 100 and some million guaranteed. Congrats to him.
Let's go, Jalen.
But if he can, they'll get rid of him. They actually said that was like the conversation going in. Like, this is a prove year for Jalen Hurts on whether or not he can be an NFL quarterback. He did. You were a massive part of that, obviously alongside Sirianni. So when we go into the head coaching search, your name is a hot one. Why with the Indianapolis Colts do you think ended up being the spot that you're the head coach of? And please know that we're very thankful that you're here.
Yes.
Well, I'm really appreciative of the opportunity of the Indianapolis Colts. Anytime you get a chance to be a head football coach in this National Football League, I think you just can't ever take it for granted. And the process that they went through, the hiring process that they did, and the questions they went through and asked me, I had a great experience with them. Hit it off with Chris Ballard, the Irsay family, going through that process. Felt really comfortable with them. They ended up offering me the job and fired up to be here.
What were some of the questions? Anything cool? Like, hey, if you were a kitchen utensil, what would you be? Like that?
No, I don't think they went there. A lot of football stuff. A lot of football stuff.
Remember, it was 12-hour meetings, and the Colts did the most of them.
50 of them, 16-hour meetings, 4 days. Was that what your life was like?
Yeah, I think it was about 15 hours of interviews.
What did it feel like? Just Chris Ballard wanted to know that he was getting the right answer next because of everything that the Colts have been through the last couple of years?
Yeah, no, it was a process. I had the Zoom, so we had the first round bye, so I couldn't interview in person, so I had to do the Zoom interview on that first round bye. Did that. That was about a 4.5, 5-hour interview, and then finally after the NFC Championship game, I was able to interview in person. They came out to Philly and sat there with everyone with the organization, and talked to Mr. Irsay for a while for a lot of time. So it was a good experience.
How was that, brother?
It was great. Love Mr. Irsay. He was awesome. Had some great conversations with him, and it went well.
He's an last.
Again, I'm new program, so still learning it. But man, talk about an extensive freaking interview process. And I mean, remember when they were doing that, man, it was just like, it was driving me nuts. Who are they going to pick? All the searching, but tell you what, I think they did get a very good head coach, and hopefully he works out. It just I guess it paid off for him, taking time and stuff. So
good things about him. He's been terrific with me, and look forward to working with him.
I just learned that word yesterday, so I'm going to start forcing it in everywhere I can.
There you go.
But it works for Jim Irsay. Exactly. He has a lot of iconoclastic tributes. He kind of breaks the mold with everything. We talked about this while the interviews were happening. We hate that you have to, before the biggest game of your life, spend hours talking to another team. Like, we hate that is the way it goes. You have to do that because there's only 32 jobs in the NFL. So if you don't do that, completely absurd. Did you worry about that at all? Was there a thought of that? Did it interrupt anything? Or
the thing that worked out good about it was, 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, we prepared, that week in Philly, and then Friday afternoon, just in a normal, normal work week of a season, you get those Friday afternoons off, and then Saturdays as well. You come in for the walkthrough, and then you come back Saturday. So those 2 days, it's just like a normal deal. That's when I did it. So it worked out good.
Yeah, it sounds. You got the job, and you made. The Super Bowl.
Right, and got the job done.
The natural question about the year that you had, and the boys have a bunch of questions. The head coach was in the building right now. This is a big deal. We are very thankful for you coming here. But the natural question to ask, especially 6 days out from the first round of the NFL draft, your first time being an NFL head coach, he's like, okay, his team needs a quarterback. So he had success with Jalen Hurts. What was that? Last
year.
A couple months ago.
A lot of success.
Right? They were killing. He was going to get cut.
Yes.
Remember, if this guy can't, and then now he got the biggest guarantee outside of Deshaun Watson in the history. So that means that if Coach Steichen is asked by Chris Ballard, what type of quarterback would you like? He wants Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Okay, so he likes Anthony Richardson. But then you do a little research. It's like, wait, whoa. Had success with Rivers, too. Rivers not really the biggest motion guy. How much conversation have you had with Ballard about the quarterback pick or the quarterback situation going forward? And what has it been like knowing that this is your first year going into a draft, and there's a lot that is kind of on the line at the most crucial position on the entire team?
Yeah, I think we've had a lot of conversations. They're still ongoing. We're 6 days away from this thing. And, people always ask, like, who you guys taking? Well, we'll find out when the draft comes. There's going to be a lot of moving parts that happen in that draft. But we're just trying to find the best players that are going to give us the best chance to win. That's it. People say, what type of quarterback you want? I want the guy that's going to give us the best chance to win.
How do you find that out? Is it workouts? Is it questions? What about this S2 thing? Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. I've heard a lot about different tests, different things. We take everything into account, not tests, but obviously who the person is, what he's like, personality, his traits, how he is around the building with his players. And obviously this, the tape speaks for itself, on a lot of these guys. And a lot of these guys have talent that they can play really good football. So it'll be interesting come Thursday.
Coach Sirianni played rock, paper, scissors with people. You doing the same thing? Or
I'm not playing rock, paper, scissors, but it was good.
Would you play cornhole, or did you?
Cornhole's not bad.
Tic-tac-toe.
Golf.
You're golfing with people?
No, I'm just saying you can.
Could you imagine you bust out a golf sim in those meetings at the Combine? People walk in for their little 15-minute meeting. Hey, let's show you something. Pop up a golf sim, play a quick 3 holes or something like that. AJ has a question for you, Coach.
Coach, what was it like going to the Combine as a first time head coach? Was it a little different than your times previous?
Yeah, no, it was a little different. Obviously, you're in every single meeting now. As when you're a coordinator, you sit in all the offensive formal interviews, but now you got the defense formal interviews to go through, and just getting that process together, seeing all sides of the ball. Obviously, special teams are a big part of this game.
Hell yeah.
So we got to do our due diligence on every player in this draft, offense, defense, and special teams, and try to find the right guy.
You've had to take things from coaches that you coached with in the past, but now that you're getting a chance to kind of shape a team for the first time in your complete vision, is there a way you're asking questions of people? Is there something you're looking for a player on your team? Now, I know Chris Ballard is the general manager and you are the coach, but these conversations have had to happen. Is there something that you want to kind of define, or a trait?
Trait too. I just want guys that love ball, guys that are just football guys. Those guys that are really love the game of football, those are the guys that have a lot of success in this league, and the high character guys, the guys that I've been around, been fortunate enough to been around. They're really talented players. Really good people, and do it the right way. And I think those guys that stick around for 10 plus years, they all kind of have that trait in common. So if you can find that.
That's one thing that he's really talked about, honestly, is the whole time, all the interviews I've seen and stuff, he wants players who are obsessed with their craft. Quarterbacks especially. He's preached accuracy and things. He said, but he's always said you can work on accuracy and things of that nature. But something he always reiterates is they want players who are obsessed with their craft, who, like he mentioned, Jalen Hurts would come in. He was always the first one in, the last one out. He'd be in there, 6:00 in the morning and stay till 8:00 at night. So that'll be interesting to see which players they take just, from his opinions of their craft.
As coaches and scouts and get those guys in our building, I think you got a chance to have a really good team.
You love ball, normally do more work because you're enjoying it. So, like, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. It's like, well, that also accounts for like extra reps, extra jugs machine, extra recovery, extra rehab. It's like that one thing helps out so much other shit if they love the game.
There's no question. I will say that's one of the questions I do ask all these players. I want to know their weekly process. I want to know these college guys, their Sunday, they play on a Saturday. I want to know their Sunday through Friday, what they do to prepare to get ready, from every detail, when they come in the building, when they leave, how they watch tape, how they break it down, when they work out. I do.
And you can tell from that answer, I think, quickly, right, whether or not they love what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, some guys are a little more detailed than others. Is it the end all be all to what I think about a guy? No, but I think it plays a part into how much they love football.
Well, guys that play a long time all watch film.
Yeah,
like that's what I've learned. A guy that I think people on the internet are like, listen to Pac-Man talk about what a formation is and what he's like looking for. Never expect you just think guys like a great athlete. The people that have success are invested. Pac-Man Jones has something for you, Coach.
Coach, you, D'Amico, Mike, Zach, Brandon, all of the younger coaches are seen to have a lot of success with the new age group guys that are coming up. Is it because y'all are more player friendly? Y'all not banging them up every play? What is it? Because it's a gap right there between the younger coaches and the older coaches.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a great answer for you on that. I will say that I have a respect for all coaches of all ages.
If they're good, there's shitty coaches out there.
I mean, if you're a good coach, it doesn't matter your age. But
good.
Obviously, there's been success with some of the younger coaches out there, but there's still older coaches that have had a ton of success. Belichick's one of the best to ever do it, and he's still doing it at a very high level. So, respect to every coach that's out there.
Yeah, but it feels like there's different personality a little bit. Like, do you find yourself a little bit more Sirianni-ish? Because is that what we're going to get on the sideline?
Ooh.
Oh. Are the Colts getting that? That's a big deal.
Huge.
We're season ticket holders. And, the price went up. I don't know how that works, but that's their business. Conti. I have no idea how that is, the business or whatever. But we're there. And, like, an entertaining brand of football is not obviously just the style, and I think your offense bodes well for an entertainment level, which is 2023 football, which everybody's kind of yearning for. But the personality of a team, like Sirianni, the way he acted on the sideline, and when I got a chance to be on a team with Bruce Arians talking shit like during the game, like everybody was like, oh, this guy wants to win just as bad as us. And then some people were like, act like you've been there before, be professional. I'm like, I don't view that at all. Like, I would like everybody to act them natural selves. What are you think, game day? And what is like kind of the vibe going to be around the team?
I am a passionate guy about the game.
Oh, so you're talking shit.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that, but I will have passion on Sundays. I know that.
How to kill all mosquitoes in the area in 90 seconds. This simple but brilliant trick you can do tonight to eliminate all mosquitoes around you is taking America by storm. An ingenious college student finds control course.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm so happy we got that.
Yeah.
Dude, the refs. We like the refs. We don't like the refs. What do we think about the refs?
I respect the refs. They have a tough job.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a very tough job.
I'm so happy to hear what's going to happen. That is awesome. Coach, welcome to the team.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We are so happy. Connor, who's a New England Patriot diehard fan, has a question for you.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, I'm rooting for you. I'm not rooting for the Colts, and that's two completely different things. I hope you know that. But when it comes to kind of establishing your culture, you just mentioned the type of players and knowing their routine. Do you feel like you have to bring in this entire new wave, or with the vets that are already on the team, do you feel like you can kind of work with them to establish?
I think you can work. We got a lot of good vets on the team right now. I've had really good conversations with a few of them. They're passionate about football. I love that part of it. And then as the head coach, right, you have your vision for what you want it to look like, and you got to carry through with that vision and stay true to what you believe in as a head football coach. And, you guys have heard me say this, the character piece, right? The preparation, the consistency, and being relentless is kind of what I believe in. But it's not just
say it again.
character, it's preparation,
What?
it's consistency,
What?
and it's being relentless.
What?
Character, preparation, consistency.
What kind of pen you using? A red one or a blue one?
Mechanical pencil. Thank you.
Oh, there you
Consistency.
Relentless.
Yeah, relentless. Hey, those are gonna be on a shirt, I assume. That's a shirt.
It could be. It could be. It's going to be up on. It's all over the building right now. But again, it's one of those things too where it can't just live on a wall.
Yeah.
Like you got to bring it to life now, right? You got to show examples of what that looks like every single day. Show the players examples, and you got to live it. You got to live it every single day. And if we can do that, and we can come together as a team and be connected, because when we're connected, we're committed. That's something I believe in. So I think we got to do a great job of connecting as a football team and go from there.
Man, I like
Connected,
his
we're committed.
philosophy.
Great bar. You got bars all over the place. Incredible lines here. I mean, you are crushing this.
Yeah.
You said you talked to the vets. Do you have like one of those leadership council boards?
I will.
How would that work? And who? Because when I was around, I think like the vets talk to coaches, but now it's like more of like a setup. Like, hey, there's actually a leadership board, and then they report to this, and it's like I think it's much more common practice than maybe what it used to be, or a little bit more structured. What does yours look like?
Yeah, so we're going to vote on that next week, and really, it's just, to me, the leadership council is a voice in the locker room for me. To get the temperature on the team, so we can bring those guys in and really just keep them up to date with schedules and all those different things, and what we want practice to look like, so everyone's on the same page.
Okay, that's interesting. What if they say something you don't like?
Well, then when we have a conversation, which is fine. You know what I mean? I think the accountability part of it's big. It's not only just player to coach, it's coach to player, it's coach to coach, right? Everyone's going to hold each other accountable. And I think if we can do that, that's when I think it can become special.
So that's the younger thing that he was talking about there, though. That's why I think
I was just trying to, you just nailed it on the spot, because it's different between being just a coach and then being able to relate to the players. The guys I name are very good at relating to the players. And that's all I was trying to say. Because some of the, nothing against the older guys, but most of the older guys that are really good, they have their ways of coaching, I should say. There's no, hey man, how you doing today? It's like, hey, we're gonna do this strictly. It's gonna go by this. Today I might not ask you how you feel today.
Yeah, but on that point, the resume is the reason why guys buy in. So like for you right now, 0-win head coach, right? We talked to McDaniel before he went up there, and that was like his thing. Like everybody's talking about it, but I have 0 wins as a head coach. So as you're kind of shaping this in the practices and the schedules and everything like that, I'm fascinated to see how you have projected that all. Like, do you think that's adjustable, or are you like?
Yeah, I think you got to be able to adapt and adjust in those situations. You know what I mean? But you got to have those conversations, those heart to hearts with those players and get the vibe and get the pulse of the locker room and where things at, so everyone's pulling in the same direction.
Man, I think you're gonna have a lot of success. I can't wait to watch it. And to hear that you potentially will tell a ref, like that's a terrible call. Like I'm very excited. I love that a lot. Tone has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah. One of your colleagues, we heard him talk about he's new head coach and he wants shots, explosives, pew, 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 pew. Are you also
social media department kind of buried?
Are you also going to be looking for shots, explosives, and pew, 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 pew in Indianapolis?
We do want to be explosive, and that could look different every week. When I got hired, guys heard me say this. My philosophy is, we're going to throw to score points and run to win, and I think that's part of it. But again, the flow of the game is going to dictate that. You can still be explosive running the football. You can create those explosive plays. So the flow of the game will dictate how the game is called and how we're playing.
Throw to score points, run to win. You got bars, bro.
That's a great one.
you know what I mean? Like this is AJ. Have you heard this? This is just like boom, boom,
Good.
boom.
Shots.
It all makes sense. And Coach, I wanted to ask, how did you put your staff together? Is that something you kind of had already planned for? I would assume through all your travels, you're looking at guys that you'd want to bring on. How was that like kind of bringing the whole staff together?
Yeah, no, I had, you have a list of guys, when you're going through the interview process of guys that you're looking at to interview and just trying to be as detailed as possible and not just hiring the first person that I interviewed, not just like, all right, this guy was pretty good, I'm going to, hire this guy, wanted to hire the best candidate for the position and really the best fit, within each position room was the biggest thing for me. and the nucleus and the chemistry within the staff.
Yeah. So did you just say that so that the person that interviewed with you the first time knows that they're not the only one that didn't get picked? Is that what we're? Is that
Yeah,
what,
no, I mean, I always, every guy I interviewed, I told them, I was going through a process, in my interview process and going through that, and would let them know.
Hey, that's a lot of more decisions now at the head job, right?
Yeah, you got a lot more decisions, a lot of more administrative stuff comes through your desk.
Hate it, love it. You're not going to tell the truth right now. We'll talk to you like 5 years or not ever. But all these ex-coaches tell us like the shit that shows up on your desk when you become a head coach. It's like, I was a football coach like that. I'm a good football coach. Love my players. Love what we're doing. Now I'm a head coach. Oh, you got to answer this question about like stadium routine and like travel and like hotel and food and what we're doing here. Like it's a whole new thing. Has that happened or is that kind of over?
That's part of it, but I got my man over there, TJ, my assistant.
And a baby TJ. I thought he was Conti's guy. He's not Conti. That's your guy.
Yeah. He does a hell of a job. We hired him from University of Wisconsin. He was the director of football ops there the past 7 years. Interviewed him over a Zoom. He was one of many guys I interviewed for that position, and he did a hell of a job.
Hell yeah, TJ! Congratulations, man. Earned it too, by the way. 7 years in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like every job to get in the NFL is like a very difficult one. That's why whenever Jeff Saturday just got named interim head coach, everybody was so pissed off. Everybody was so damn pissed off. Ty has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. In terms of like the draft process, now I think a lot of this is probably more media driven. But for example, like all the stuff that's coming out with CJ Stroud, where going into the draft, he's one of the top 2 guys, and then all of a sudden, a week before the draft, all this kind of like character damaging stuff comes down to kind of get him to drop. As a first-time head coach, how difficult, and granted, I know you're doing all your due diligence. That's a massive part of the job. But how difficult is it kind of sorting through all that bullshit when like, hey, whoever I'm going to draft, and we're probably going to draft a quarterback, like he's got to be the right guy.
Yeah, I think, with anything, right, everyone's got their opinions on every player, you know what I mean? And what matters to us, right, is our opinions in that building and what we believe in. And who we want to look at and picking, because there is going to be a lot of outside noise. People are going to have their opinions on this guy and this guy and that guy. And we got to do the best we can as coaches and scouts to bring in the right talent.
Chris seems to be like the most fuck everything that is said outside of this building guy. But the way he handles it is incredible because he has that nice Southern accent.
Unreal.
He seems to be, he'll answer everything. Like today, he even said like, everybody's fucking lying. I'm trying to be the most honest as everybody, but everybody's lying. I don't like it. And then he said, today I'm dancing. Like, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to withhold some truth from you. I'm going to dance around your questions. That's just what it is. But he has always been a like outside noise is outside noise guy. Feels like. You said you got along with him immediately, long interviews. What has it been like working with Chris? Because a lot of people outside the building are like, if this team can, 2 years ago, I don't know if you know this. 2 years ago, we lost last game of the year. Okay. Clown Town. We had 8 Pro Bowlers or 7 Pro Bowlers, some team stacked, money spent, stars everywhere. Last game of the season, fans of the other team were dressed like clowns in the stands because they were mocking their own organization. This organization is a Bush League amateur, a clown show operation. We're going to dress like clowns. Colts lost to that team. The clown team, we lost the team. Didn't make it to the playoffs. Okay, heartbreaker. Yeah. That one was tough. Okay, Carson Wentz, see ya. Okay, now we need a new quarterback. Matt Ryan comes in. They stay fourth overall pick. So like not that far removed from Super Bowl hopes in Indianapolis, and like the view on Chris is he's got to get it right, or he's going to get the fuck out of there. Do you sense that from Chris? Is there an urgency? Like, hey, we got the 4th overall pick. So technically we're not in a great spot, but the urgency is like, we need to win fucking. Do you feel that whenever? I
think there's urgency every year in this league.
In every team.
Every year is a new year, right? And the conversations that I had with Chris, again, going back to the interview process, Chris is a football guy. He's a football guy. He sees it the right way. We've had tremendous conversations. He's done a phenomenal job, the past 2.5 months that I've been working with him, just the way he sees it, the way he communicates. And I think he's going to do a tremendous job in this draft.
I think you two are going to be a good team. Feels like not that he would be a bad team with anybody, but I I have massive respect for Chris Ballard. Andrew Luck retires 9 days before the season.
Yeah.
And it's like a once-in-a-generation player goes there, and he's been playing catch-up almost that entire time. Haven't been able to hit just yet. This is going to be the year, though.
That's right.
Hey, Coach, this is going to be the year. Pac-Man has a question for you, Coach.
My question is, besides the quarterback group, this offseason we didn't see too much done. What are the groups or areas that that y'all need to improve in on the offseason besides the quarterback position?
I think with anything, I'm not going to state out specific positions or groups.
Players, though.
Yeah.
We want players that you want to draft.
Specific players.
Exact players.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm not going to get into all that, but, we want to improve everywhere we can. I mean, and I'll leave it at that.
Did you watch every play? What do you have to do? Do you have to watch every single game from last year? How's that work?
I go through and I watch games, I watch targets, I watch carries, I watch point of attack stuff. So when I'm going through watching our guys that are on the roster right now, when I got hired, that's what I did.
That's a lot of time, right? Pretty big time investment
So
there.
you got to have a detailed plan, lay it out. Like, hey, I'm watching draft guys from 3 to 6. I'm watching our guys from 6 to 9, and then I'm doing my get ready for meetings the next day from 9 to 10, whatever it is.
First team meeting. How many times did you go through that in your head in your entire life, and how to go? You think?
In my entire life, I went over it in my head a few times. I think the first message, you want to set the standard of what you want it to look like, and building the culture was a big part of that in my first message. And then from there, a lot of it is continuing to build on that message throughout those team meetings and really talking about situational football and talking a lot of football.
Yeah, good clean daps in there.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Couple good. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Coach. When it comes to like hiring offensive coaches, the whole question or kind of the whole thing is like, okay, this guy's bringing the Sirianni offense. Like, this is exactly what they're going to see in Indianapolis, and that's a conversation with a lot of the offensive head coaches. Is that something that you've thought about, or do you think like, yeah, for sure, that's an offense I was successful in, but that doesn't mean that's the offense I'm bringing to a T?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. And I think your offense is dictated off the players you have.
Yeah.
Especially it starts at the quarterback position. What does he do well? And how are we going to build this thing around what he does well? And then you build off that. What do our receivers do well? What do the tight ends do well? What do the backs do well? What is the offensive line? Are we more of a gap scheme team? Or are we more of a zone scheme team? You build that thing throughout the offseason and going into training camp to find out kind of who you're going to be.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's smart.
Not everybody does that.
No.
Like, hey, this is my system. Hey, these players stink at this system. Well, the system has been good though. Like if they just do the system, we'll win. As opposed to like, hey, here's the players we have. Let's go ahead and kind of emphasize their strengths. That feels like the smart play.
Yeah, I think too, from a terminology standpoint, the terminology is the terminology, right? Like that's in play. Like obviously building this with the offensive staff.
Oh, you worried about that? People learn because this is like third offense, like for this team. Like that is some. Are you worried about that or no? Pretty simple.
I think you just got to have a detailed plan when you go in there when you're teaching it. That's the biggest thing to me.
Flashcards, you're using flashcards?
You can use as whatever. There's different ways of learning, right? There's audio learners, there's visual learners, there's rep learners. And I think as coaches, we got to do a heck of a job of finding out what those players learn best at. And however that is, shoot, we need more walkthrough reps for this particular player. Let's do that. All right, this guy's a film study guy. He can learn off the film. Or this guy is an audio learner. Now, there's probably a few that are audio learners because that's special. And I think that comes over time to where when you're talking with maybe a veteran player and it's like, hey, in cover 2 now, that Will's going to squeeze and we're going to throw this wrap in behind because the mic's pushing this way. They're like, boom, I can see it, And some guys need to see it on tape, So I think that's the process you got to go through as a coach to find out how these guys learn.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a good coach. Ty, it sounds like you got it figured out. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Coach, I know that you just got here and you obviously have a bunch of stuff on your plate right now, so I'm assuming you're not playing too much grab ass. But we had Coach Sirianni on last year, and we basically asked him, like, hey, do you have any, like, hobbies or do you do anything for fun? And he basically just said, like, no, my only interest is football. I don't have anything
That is
else.
a true statement.
Okay.
Nick Sirianni is all football.
Is that what he sounded like? Or?
That's literally what he said. Yeah, what did it sound like exactly?
I don't like to do anything other than watch football, play football, coach football, think about football, eat footballs. You get it. But my question is, like, do you have any hobbies? Or, like, when you're around a guy like that, I assume that kind of rubs off on you, and it's like, oh, I guess I don't like anything other than just football anymore.
In the summer times, I do like to get out and try to fly fish.
Really?
Yeah.
You're an outdoorsman.
Outdoorsman, and then golf. I probably golf. I'd like to golf more. Just the time, don't have a lot of time to do that. But I probably golf 6 or 7 times a year. But
You a stick?
What? I'm okay.
We just had John Rahm on.
I heard that.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's
not
good at
bad.
golf.
He's not bad.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. That's my first time I've heard him talk that long. I guess I should listen to more stuff. He seemed like a cool guy. You a good player? Always played in high school?
I played a little bit, but I'm not. I'll shoot. I don't know, high 80s.
Oh, okay, good.
It's pretty good for 5 or 6 times a year.
And that's if I go out and play lights out, I can shoot in the low 80s.
Okay, so you're potentially sandbagging the fuck out of us right
now. No, I'm being honest. That's an honest truth.
Well, that's number one there on priorities, character.
That's right.
And then preparation only 5-6 times. I mean, what do you want? How are you going to be consistent? And then, you got to be relentless in your pursuit of golf. AJ has something for you, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, what was your college experience like out at UNLV? I think a lot of people that obviously haven't gone there think, oh, that'd be a weird place to go to college.
Tough.
Yeah, no, it was actually awesome. I really wouldn't trade it for anything, going there, experiencing, going to UNLV, obviously the Strip, believe it or not, people that haven't been there to practice, Proctor, Racino, it was there.
So that's not for some people.
Yeah, I mean,
like me, that would not have been good.
Yeah, people always ask me like, "How was that experience?" It's like, well, shoot, you're a college kid. You're not making a lot of money. You get a stipend check on scholarship. You go down to the Strip. You go buy a cocktail. It's $15 for a cocktail. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably staying, at the little local pub if you're a college kid, getting a beer there for $2 or something.
Hell yeah.
But it was a great experience. Wouldn't change it for the world. Great, had met great people there. Had great relationships with the people that I met, so really enjoyed it.
Did you know you're going to be a coach your whole life?
I did go. My high school coach had a big influence on me, and so just being around him, seeing what he did, he would take me to the Glazier clinics, and I would be the demonstrator for him, like up on stage, like here's how to take a 5-step drop and all that stuff. And I was like, man, this guy does this for a living. I mean, now he teaches at the school too, but I thought that was pretty cool. Seeing that, and then going to college, the other guys I was around a few different coaches in college, but always enjoyed the X's and O's part of it, and what they did. Always liked being around the office, hanging out with those guys. But I kind of knew my freshman year in college that I probably wasn't going to the NFL.
Damn.
But just love that part of the game, the X's and O's and the coaching part.
Man, you're 18, 19. You still got it. Look how tall you are.
Yeah.
No hooping in there? You ain't doing no basketball?
I hooped in high school a little bit.
You're tall.
Oh.
You got a jumper? What do we got?
Decent, not really. I mean, I'm all right, I guess.
The giveaway today?
Yeah. I don't want to. Guy's beloved in the city right now. I
don't want to do that.
Lose a bunch of stuff for a lot of people.
I think he can do it.
You got hoop in the team meeting room or in
Philly? We had a hoop in Philly up on the wall, kind of just like you got right here.
What will your standard be in there for locker room games and things like that?
A lot of guys are just like best out of 5 in there on the hoop.
Whatever. No, but you're cool with it in there.
What's that?
You're cool with it in there.
Oh yeah, no, in the locker room right now. Yeah, we got cornhole in there and ping pong right now. We don't have a hoop in the team meeting room though.
Will you go down there and will you step onto the ping pong table or the cornhole boards?
Every once in a while, I stepped in and played some ping pong last week with one of the players.
You won?
I did not. He beat me.
Oh. That's a big deal for the locker room. They can't be losing the fucking coach.
He can make it back though. He can hit 1 out of 5.
What, from NBA 3?
Yeah, I think he can hit 1 out of 5.
I mean, you can spin one of those pigskins into that hole.
Yeah, you can still spin it. He was checking out the ball as soon as he got here. He checked out the baby good. Hey, we want to let you know one of these can go to your desk. You can just take it for instance.
Put in one of those little glass things. You know what I mean?
You know what? Let us do it. Let us do it. You don't have to spend any of that new money you have with the whole family. What type of you can be super fundamentals coach? Super fundamentals, like every single day we're working on this, we're doing this, or what is kind of you think how you see your practices going?
Yeah, ball security is a big part of what we're going to do.
Are you wearing boxing gloves? You punching people?
We will have boxing gloves out there.
Yes.
Here we go.
Boxing gloves, yes.
Are you swinging on these folks or?
I might. Yeah. Every once in a while, I might put one on.
Yeah, because you know that Vrabel, anytime he's got like that big flap jacket on, and then he's got the gloves, the internet loves it. I couldn't even imagine. You should go out there with a helmet on. Helmet on with
sick.
The thing, with boxing gloves. Yeah, you should do Oklahoma drills maybe with the boys.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
People would love it.
What do we got? Music at practice? You got energy?
We will have music. We will have music. Got to look at the playlist.
Who controls it? playlist?
My man Walt in the video room will be dialing up the playlist.
Oh, good luck, Walt. Hey, good luck.
Big job.
Good luck, Walt. That's
Good
a hard job
That
right
is
there.
that is not easy. There's a lot of different genres of music that are listened to in that locker room. If you have control of the aux, that is not an easy job. Walt's ready for it, though, right? He's on your team.
He's ready. Walt's ready. He's going to be awesome.
As are you. What do you got for the rest of the day, rest of the weekend? Are we working, obviously, through the weekend? What does it look like?
I will be working. Just still looking at draft, looking at prospects, and keep going through that process.
Good.
What is it? Eli's? Have you been down to the restaurants down there? What's the steakhouse?
St. Elmo's.
St. Elmo's. You been
Harry
there?
and Izzy's?
Yeah, Harry and Izzy, St. Elmo's. Yeah, been there. Phenomenal steaks.
Munzer.com makes Gans great again. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to say again.
Sorry.
See, with Munzer.com, making a card is as simple as throwing a process of project stages.
Sorry about that.
This guy,
Prime, been to Prime. Prime solid too. They're all good.
Oh, he ready.
this guy's
Well-
got
well
no
said.
time for anybody's bullshit.
Yeah.
He is ready.
Absolutely. Hey, let's go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let's go win.
Tell us who you're
Yeah.
picking.
Last question.
Tell us who you're
So
picking.
is the quarterback sneak that basically changed the game last year come with you from Philly, or is that just because Jalen Hurts has tree trunks for fucking legs?
Yeah, tush-
I think a lot of that quarterback sneak, was a lot of everybody. It starts with offensive line up front. Those guys, Kelsey, Isaac, Lane, Landon. I mean, they got that thing started. And then obviously Jalen had a good feel for it, but it is a good play. You need 1 yard. It's hard to stop.
yeah, the tush push. They were trying to ban it.
Yeah.
You were pissing people off with that.
Big
Peter
time.
King,
King
was,
hates it.
Peter King was so mad
Mhm.
what you guys were doing. Do you know that? So mad.
Well, it's interesting because that play, when you're backed up, like on the half-yard line, right? People run that play. They've been running that play for years. We just brought it to the field to play.
Sue us.
How about it?
Don't actually, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brett Favre. Okay. Coach, we appreciate you for taking time out of your life to come chat with us. We're big fans of yours right now. I assume we'll remain big fans of yours, the human, but this Colts city is ready for a winner again. They were spoiled a long time. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
say they because I was a part of it, I guess. Peyton brought a winner here. This is a great football town. Great
football.
great football town.
Yeah.
And Jim Irsay, he has a museum and artifacts and everything like that. He wants to win too. Feels like we're in a good spot. I'm very thankful for you taking the job here.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me
Same.
on.
Hey, no problem. You think you can make a shot or no?
I mean, I can give it a whirl. I might airball it.
No, people do all the time.
Yeah, that's all right.
You have numerous.
Yeah.
Where are we going from right here on stage?
Yeah.
How far is that?
About half court.
Half court.
Yeah.
Half court?
40
All right, we'll
feet.
give it a whirl.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hey, listen. People have airballed before
Mhm.
all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time.
Pac-Man ran a 4.28. Great athlete. He airballed, then he made one. So, let's see the relentlessness. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to be that consistent here.
Mhm.
You have not prepared, but your character is going to be on
Mhm.
great display right here.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, if Coach Steichen, hold on, Coach. Oh, I like that.
yeah, he's got the
He's
warm
ready.
up.
Oh, he does. You look so cool too, by the way.
Good
Like
spin.
super cool fit.
Oh shit, lefty.
He can play. You can tell.
Both.
Hey, you look so cool. You look really cool, dude. Super fucking cool. All right, Coach, you make this shot. We'll give 20 people $500 who retweet this video, say something nice to somebody, and put the easiest way to pay them digitally. Coach Shane Steichen, new head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, trying to win 20 people $500 on his Feel Good Friday from downtown. What if this?
Oh,
Oh.
Good
Hey,
line.
hey,
That's good form.
That's a
though.
good shot.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. That's a good first shot. Daniel Jeremiah almost broke his back.
That's it.
Oh!
Bonus ball. Bonus ball.
Nah, I
Bonus
think
ball.
that What's that? Listen, well, the thing about this
Keep
particular
going.
game, there's no rules actually.
Mm-mm.
Like if that ball bounces anywhere near us, that's bonus ball, bonus ball, bonus ball.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So we want people to win. You know why? Because we want people to know that the new head coach of the Indianapolis Colts is an absolute
Dog.
We want people to have a great Feel Good Friday. We want people to see Shane Steichen yelling at refs on Sundays, being passionate. No, he's a.
Got another one. Got another
All right,
one.
we got more. We got time. Listen.
We got to get this 500 for those people.
Come on.
How about this? Oh, you make it 25 people. Whoa.
There we go.
Holy
Ooh,
shit.
there we go.
25 winners, $500. Coach Shane Steichen.
Ooh.
Good looking shot.
Good shot.
That was a really.
Bonus ball.
This is the last one, though.
Yeah, that is.
But there's footballs here as
Come on,
well.
Shane.
Yeah, you do, Coach.
Come on, coach. Bucket.
Oh!
Oh!
The basketball did go in the net
Well,
over there.
Yeah, let him sling it.
Coach, it's like the old UNLV days. You were a quarterback?
It's back at Sam Boyd Stadium.
With Austin Coley.
Austin
He's at
Coley.
BYU. All right, man. Hold on, I'm being told you have a record at UNLV. Like you were a great 5 tuds in one game. So you were a dog. We didn't know that. What are you talking about? I knew I was going to be an NFL guy. What is
You talking about?
what is that? Is that real? Oh, you wanted a coach.
Those are sweet shoes.
Yeah, he looks so cool.
Yeah.
Great fit.
Oh, he got a dog fit. Yeah.
Yeah. Great fit. Coach, here's what you got to do. Okay. You throw any of these baby Dukes into that hoop, any of those 3 holes over there, garbage can that's open, or that hoop over there. We'll give 20 people $500 to retweet this video, say something nice to somebody because it is Feel Good Friday.
Mhm.
And then also in the same reply, put the
He's
easiest
gonna
way
get
to
the
pay
first
them.
one, AJ.
This guy threw 5 tuds in college.
Come on,
Yeah.
coach. Oh,
Oh,
That's a dart. That's a good
dart.
Good looking
I
ball.
loved everything
Yeah,
about
good
that.
spin.
All right, we're going over here,
Yep.
middle. Like,
Oh!
Let's go.
Laser.
hell yeah, coach. We appreciate you. 20 people, $500 to retweet this video because the new head coach of the Indianapolis Colts is an absolute dog. Good luck with everything. We appreciate the hell out of you. You are the absolute best. Honestly, good luck with everything. Conti's going to try to put you in some terrible predicament. Tell you, press conference. That guy looks so cool right now. He's got the pandas on, I believe. He's got that button down. Conti's jocked right now.
Yo.
Properly jocked right now, Conti. We appreciate you. And I believe
TJ.
DJ.
TJ, welcome to the city,
T.
pal.
There you go,
Lucky to
T.
have you. Coach, welcome to the city. We
Appreciate
appreciate you. Good
Thanks,
luck
guys.
on Thursday. We
Thanks.
appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
Shane Steichen.
Yeah. All right, everybody, I appreciate bearing with me watching that. I think Shane's going to be a really good head coach. I know Ballard gets some slack or gets some flack a lot of times, but I really think with the coaching staff around Ballard, Shane, I think that they could hit this draft, hit a home run with this. It's going to be very interesting to see what players they take in this draft and how the season unfolds. But I think them together, like I said, as a whole, man, sky's the limit. So thanks again for watching. I am going to do another video today. I believe I think I might try a mock draft. I haven't done one yet, but the draft's right there. I mean, we got 3 more days and the draft is here. So I appreciate the support. Again, if anyone wants to trying to build the YouTube at Calling on the Colts YouTube, consider subscribing and some more content to come. And just remember, guys, go Colts. It's gonna be a good draft. All right. See you later.